Well, right now I am on the Gettysburg battlefield, and the spot where I am standing right now, if you've watched this channel for any amount of time, is probably familiar. We are standing on the Sherfy farm. Joseph Sherfy, who lived here in 1863, had a peach orchard. So if you know some of the most well-known sites of fighting here on the battlefield, like the wheat field and Devil's Den and Little Round Top, well, the peach orchard should sound familiar. So again, this was right in the middle of some of the most violent fighting on the second day of the battle. And today we're going to be looking at an artifact that came right out of this house. Now again, the house that we are looking at is the Sherfy House. And this home found itself right in the middle of a firestorm during the Battle of Gettysburg. And we have an artifact that came out of this home that we're going to be taking a look at today. But just for context, now you can go back and look at some of the other videos that we've done from here for a little bit more detailed look. But on July the 2nd, you have Dan Sickles' 3rd Corps from the Army of the Potomac, who's going to be moving his line up here. Here is the Sherfy barn. And then back here along Seminary Ridge and Warfield Ridge, well, Longstreet's 2nd Corps is going to be launching an attack across these fields. We're going to have Barksdale's Mississippians, who are going to be coming right across here, and they are going to be attacking this spot and just sending artillery and rifle fire into this position. As a matter of fact, this barn here is not original. This barn is going to burn down during the battle. There's going to be some Zouaves who are wounded and are inside there and are going to burn to death. Now we're going to come back here and take a look at some things a little bit later on. But first, going to go to another home and take a look at an artifact that came out of this house.
I want to talk to you about a very unique Gettysburg battlefield relic. And you know, we talk sometimes about witness wood or witness trees. This I call a witness trunk, because this trunk, or base, or I think it's called a blanket trunk, was actually in the Sherfy farm during the battle. And you see inlaid as JS, which is the initials of the Reverend Joseph Sherfy, pictured here in Tim Smith's awesome book, Farms at Gettysburg. So that's what Joseph Sherfy looked like. And he was a reverend. He was involved with some of the churches, and of course he owned the Sherfy farm, and he also was a farmer. And he had the famous peach orchard there. He was you know, they commercially produced peaches and sold them. And this trunk was recently donated to the Gettysburg Museum of History. It was in my family, and the reason it's in my family is we go back to the Peffers of Gettysburg. This guy here, his name is Charlie Peffer. This is Frederick Peffer, my great-great-grandfather, and this is Edward Peffer, my great-grandfather, and Charlie over here was his brother. So he's my great-uncle, or my great-uncle, and he married one of the Sherfy daughters, pictured here in Tim's book. And they had a daughter named Beatrice Peffer, and she's the one who donated the famous cannonball that was in the Sherfy cherry tree to the Adams County Historical Society. So she's my aunt, or my great aunt, or something. But anyway, this trunk ended up in my grandmother's house, and Charlie Peffer, or Beatrice, sold it to them along the way. But it's been in my family ever since, and now it's come into the Gettysburg Museum of History, and it'll be in storage for a while until we complete the new annex to the museum. But it's just a really fine piece of furniture, and as far as I know, it's mostly original. These pools here may have been replaced along the way, but it's really beautiful. I'm going to show you the inside real quick, just so you can see the construction and everything. There's some stuff in here. You can open it there, but see the iron straps there, and still in remarkable condition. Now, anybody who's ever been inside the Sherfy farm knows there was a lot of damage in there. There was a lot of battle damage. The one wall is very bullet struck. There's bullet holes everywhere, and on the inside part, there's a lot of woodwork that has bullet holes. So I checked up and down on this thing, and I don't see any damage. So either it was in an area where there was no bullets that came through the house, or it was repaired. I don't see any repairs in here, and I never heard of it being repaired, but you know, it was there during the battle, owned by Joseph Sherfy and the Sherfy family, a witness to the Battle of Gettysburg, and it'll be coming to the Gettysburg Museum of History very soon. A witness trunk. We're out at the Sherfy farm right now, or the Sherfy House, and as I mentioned, there was a lot of battle damage here, and we were supposed to get in here, and unfortunately they weren't able to let us in today. We'll have to do that at a different time. But I wanted to just point out the outside battle damage. Just check out all those bullet holes all over the place there. And inside there's battle damage as well. There's bullet holes going through some of the windowsills and some of the doors in there. But a lot of fierce combat right around this area, and I'm kind of surprised that trunk was saved any battle damage. I kind of wish it would have had some, but maybe it wouldn't have been preserved if it did have it.
You know, we've looked at this house before from this angle, but I think it's worth taking a look at again. Here you can see either bullet strikes or strikes on the side of this house from canister fire, and really you can't even imagine what it must have been like to have been here while the fighting was occurring on July the 2nd. But yeah, if you wanted, a lot of places on Civil War battlefields are called like hornet's nest. This would have been a hornet's nest right here. All right, well, there you go. That was just one artifact that came right out of the Sherfy House that was here on July the 2nd of 1863. Pretty cool to see one of these artifacts that was sourced from really one of the most iconic spots on the battlefield.